WordPress is a really easy and powerful platform for creating a website. As of right now, there are over 70 million WordPress websites in existence, but this number just continues to grow, and according to WordPress stats, over 100,000 new WordPress sites are created every single day. That being said, the power and simplicity of WordPress does come at a price, and that price is that out of the box, WordPress is very easy to hack. So the purpose of this video is to show you a few simple things that you can do to turn your easily hackable WordPress site into a virtual brick wall. There are only 3 WordPress plugins that you absolutely need to beef up your WordPress security, and I'm going to include a link to all 3 in the video description below this video. So if you want easy access to these plugins, just click the links that I provided for you below this video. The first one you'll want is called CAPTCHA, and what this will do is it'll create a CAPTCHA question in your login box, and this is useful because most hackers use bots and programs to auto-submit passwords until they find a correct answer, but many of these bots do not have the capabilities to be able to solve these CAPTCHA problems. You actually need a human to be able to break it. So by adding this on, you're going to limit right away a huge portion of the possible hacking attempts. Now the next major big WordPress plugin is limit login attempts, and this right away is going to make a huge difference on your likelihood of getting hacked, because this plugin will limit the amount of incorrect password attempts by the IP address. So because these hackers are relying on programs that can submit passwords over and over and over again, this will make it a lot more difficult for them to be able to try these attacks on your website. And the final WordPress plugin is called Better WP Security, and there's a few things that are very beneficial about this plugin, but the most important part is that it automatically backs up your website, which is going to be very valuable for you, because on the very off chance that your website will be able to be hacked, which is going to be very difficult after you've implemented what I've shown you in this video, you will still have the backup to be able to restore everything back to normal in the off chance that anybody will even be able to break through anyways. Aside from adding these plugins, the one other big difference that you can make is changing your username from admin to something completely different, and mine is bmace. But the reason why this makes a big difference is because hackers often make the assumption that you haven't changed this. So when they use their bots to try and blast through your WordPress security, they auto-insert admin because they're assuming that you haven't changed it. So if you have changed it, it's going to make it very difficult for them to hack. The other big thing, of course, is to create a reasonably difficult password. And then this is the CAPTCHA option that comes when you install the CAPTCHA plugin. So 6 minus 5 equals 1, and I'm going to log in. All of these plugins are really easy to install. You just click on the plugins option on the navigational sidebar, and then once you get to that page, you want to click on the Add New button. And then once you get to Add New, you click on Upload, which is just below Install Plugins. Then you pick the files that you want to upload. After finding the file on your computer, you just click on the Install button and then Activate Plugin. All 3 of these WordPress plugins work incredibly well out of the box. The one thing I do recommend that you do is click on the Security tab on the left navigation, and this is related to Better WP Security, and it asks you whether you want to create a database backup. So this is what I was talking about creating backups, is that even if a hacker does manage to infiltrate your website, you can easily restore your website back to the time that you back this up. So good practices would tell you to create a backup every couple days or every week or so that if the worst does happen, it's not that big a deal and you can restore things back to the way they were. Those three simple little WordPress plugins are going to dramatically improve the security of your websites and your blogs. It only takes a few minutes and it's going to make a huge difference on how safe you are on the interwebs. It's going to make you sleep better at night, and it's going to potentially save you a huge hassle in the long run. So I recommend highly that you take into account what I've shown in this video. And as always, thank you for watching.